Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Indie Props. Today we are doing the leather holster, specifically one that holds the Webley. This thing is gargantuan, probably 13 inches in overall length from the corner here to the tip, but it's got to be to hold the Webley. In the last episode we covered the Webley. This is the airsoft one, and it is a replica of the actual Webley as far as size, shape, all that stuff.
Please see previous episode.
Yes.
For more information.
Most people that watch these watch just about all of them. This one I got from a website called worldwarsupply.com. Most people are going to look for specific Indiana Jones Webley flap holsters. And the average price out there...
Open it so I can see the inside. Like, just kind of... There.
The average price out there for these holsters is about 80 to 90 bucks. I feel that's a little ridiculous. This one, off of worldwarsupply.com, was $35. So less than half of what you'd pay if you went on eBay, Etsy, or found somebody off of the Indiana Jones Facebook page that makes these things. As you can see, the stitching on it is really, really nice. It's made of really, really heavy-duty leather. I mean, you can see how thick that is. Mm-hmm. And the stitching is really, really good. I am just tickled to death with this thing. I bought it off the recommendation off of somebody else on the Indiana Jones Facebook page. Really had no idea what I was getting into. He said he'd owned his for several years and it had held up great. So I figured for 35 bucks I would take the gamble, get one, and just see what it was like. And I honestly love it. It fits the gun perfectly. It's really, really heavy duty. It will hold up making my movie, no problems at all. I mean, it'll probably get some scuffs on it, but that's par for the course.
It's interesting, this back.
Yes, the back of it I was going to talk about is very interesting. It's got like a belt loop here to hold it in a different way from your belt. And it's also got this little knob down here, which I'm a little bit concerned about, because that could be rubbing against my leg quite a bit while I'm running. And, yeah, that would not be great. If that ends up being a problem, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that off and then file it down so that it's not bugging me.
What's going to hold it?
This flap will hold no matter what. And all I need to do instead of putting it over this knob is to simply glue it in place.
Okay.
And then obviously the belt would go through here. So yeah, it's obviously going to hold at an angle if you use the belt. Instead of just sitting there like this, it's actually going to be like this, which is actually more accurate to what they use in the military. So, I mean, this is not an Indiana Jones holster per se. It is actually a replica of a World War II Webley holster. So I actually kind of think that makes it cool. And it's very, very well made. I mean, I can't say enough nice things about this for a $35 holster.
That was $35? Wow.
Yeah, this thing is really, really nice. All of my other holsters have cost me twice what this one did.
That's what I was going to guess it was cost.
And I was hoping I was going to be able to cram this into one of those, but it's just such a monstrous gun that there was no way. So when I had to start looking at other holsters, I was like, oh, jeez. You know, I really don't want to pay 80 bucks for another holster, especially when the Webley is not my indie gun of choice. I'm just going to be using it for this next film. So when the guy told me I could get one for 35 bucks and he showed me the site, I was like, I'll just take the gamble and see what happens. But I'm very, very glad that I did. I really don't see any reason to spend 80 bucks and get a leather Webley holster from anywhere else. I would not recommend any other holster other than this one, just because of the price, the construction, the durability, and the authenticity, if nothing else. And like I said, if this ends up being a problem, that can be fixed. So, yeah, really, really happy with it. Highly recommend it. I am expecting to beat this thing up quite a bit in the next film, and it can take it. It's just really, really rugged, and I'm very, very pleased with it. So, anyway. You want a good holster? Go to worldwarsupply.com. That's where I got this thing from. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next episode.